Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And it is that time of month again. I make that joke every time I do this review. It's the Doctor Who magazine. It's not the SFX magazine review. It's the Doctor Who magazine review. Now, Doctor Who magazine has had an interesting few years, as Doctor Who itself has had an interesting few years. It's very, again, I think Doctor Who magazine really paralleled in an incredible way the TV show. Like, it really went hard in this direction. And thought it was being stunning and brave by doing it, but didn't really work out so great. Looked like it was going to die, and now it's kind of coasting until Rusty Davies comes back and they can start getting some sales again. I reckon they're safe, right? I reckon they're safe. This is we're in March right now, so they've got 6 months. They can, if they've been coasting the way they've been doing for the last 6 months, they can do it for another 6. They've been coasting for about a year. If they've been coasting the way they've been doing for the past year, then they can carry on coasting for 6 months, and then everybody knows interest is going to massively pick up, right? Everybody knows the Dark Times, which is kind of weird because people are in this weird limbo where they've been proved completely wrong, right? They really double, triple, quadruple down, on saying that the Western world is intrinsically bigoted and racist and sexist, and we've got to change it by making very bad TV, out of what was very good TV. And now, they're kind of like standing in the devastated remains of it, and they go, oh crap, but they can't admit they're wrong, right? They never. But so that we got this really interesting mishmash in Doctor Who magazine now of servicing the audience because they know they have to, but being kind of upset about it. And so you get like a number of different things going on at once. There's pulling in many different directions at once, which I guess is kind of the same for most media. Like most things, most TV shows, most movies are kind of like this weird mishmash of wanting to go in one direction, which is like, again, this very this direction where you think the Western world is really bigoted and you got to re-educate it, and knowing that you're not going to be able to survive if you do that, and also being proved kind of wrong. I think that last James Bond movie was a great example of like things just too many directions going in too many different directions at once. Just kind of produce a mishmash. Listen, at least they're sort of going in the direction, against the direction of saying we hate you if you're a white man. They're adding that in, but they're doing it begrudgingly, right? But that's basically the vibe I got. So that's the overall review of the magazine. We're going to go for it, page by page in a minute. It's kind of like, again, your virtual thumb through if you're in W.H. Smith. If you're not from England, W.H. Smith is a news agent, and I guess if you're in they don't have news agents. They have like gas stations. They don't have news agents. So like, hey, in England, imagine a gas station that doesn't sell gas and is in the middle of a high street. That's a W.H. Smith's, right? Sometimes they sell books as well, and DVDs and VHS. They used to sell VHS back in the day. Now, that's how long it's been since I've been in W.H. Smith. But you go to the magazine section, thumb through things, you go, oh, maybe I'll buy this, maybe I won't. I guess that's why they bag so many magazines nowadays. That would make sense. Anyway, before we get into the review, can you hit the like button? Thank you very much. That'd be lovely. Thank you. And can you hit the share button? That's actually really... I don't plug it enough because I don't do it enough, but please share. Thank you. And subscribe. Subscribing is fantabby. Quadruple dozy. I've upgraded to the quadruple dozy because you know what? You deserve it. You do. You just do deserve it. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Sign up to my Substack. Listen, I have been told that people have been, cured of all kinds of ailments, heart disease, cancer, just by signing up. I've been told that. I don't know if they're telling me the truth, but I've been told that. And you know what? I'm apt to believe them. Why would they lie to me? Why would they lie to me? Of course, I might be lying to you, but no. That'll be crazy. That would just be crazy. So sign up my Substack, and if you really want the full effect, sign up to the paid version. Even though I put very little out on that, I've really got to step it up. Oh my god! I had a full month last month, and we're easing in. We're easing into March now. March 3rd is when I'm recording this. Bye! Like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack. Covered everything. Let's have a look at Doctor Who magazines. As you notice, a very little Jodie. Very little Jodie on the cover. And you can feel them not being happy about it. This is a Peter Davison themed issue. It's been 40 years since Peter Davison climbed into the TARDIS. Really, 40 years? That sounds about right. And, good cover. Actually, I have to say, good cover, good piece of design. It's weird. It looks like they got the Colin Baker titles for Peter Davison. I don't really understand what's going on with that. What's on the cover? Playing by ear, a guide to the rarities. Win stuff. Space Simulator, reinventing the wheel. I think I've already thumbed through it. It's another one of those stupid articles where they do a computer reconstruction of the sets. I don't care. World's first designing the Dalek invasion of Earth. Now that's something I will be interested in. The design on Dalek Invasion of the Earth was just groundbreaking. Absolutely groundbreaking on the TV budget to do like this sci-fi occupation resistance thing. And you got to keep in mind, right? It was 65? So we're talking, it was 20 years after World War II, where people knew what occupation looked like. So give you an idea, right? Give you an idea of how recent that was. I'm in the middle of watching Pam and Tommy, which is freaking awesome, okay? I thought it'd be garbage. I really thought it'd be garbage. I tuned in to see Lily James with a pair of very realistic fake boobs. And I was just sucked in to the incredible. The performances have been incredible, and the plot. I'm only 3 episodes in, but I'm so invested in it. I absolutely love it. Right, I absolutely love it. How on earth did I start talking about that? Designing Dalek Invasion of Earth. That was a groundbreaking. I don't know. But go check out Pam and Tommy. It's better than this issue of Doctor Who magazine, and this isn't a bad issue. Losing a plot inside the 80s unmade scripts. Well, they most might with Eric Saywood. They've mostly been made now, haven't they? If you want to know what the 80s Doctor Who was like, the John Nathan Turner Doctor Who was like, there's a new version of Totally Tasteless that's just been printed, which is an incredible book full of interviews dissecting what the John Nathan Turner experience was. And I'm saying experience accurately. So anyway, shock horror, 40 years on from the... saying how recent it was. Oh yeah, Pam and Tommy. That was over 20 years ago, right? There we go. That was over. That was 30 years ago. So, and that feels to me quite recent because I lived through it. So 20 years ago would be it'll be Rose, right? Doctor Who coming back. That's how close World War II was to Dalek Invasion of Earth. So people felt it was like kind of recent. It was a very ballsy thing they did with that. Anyway, I digress. Let's have a look at this issue. A bit of Trelepapil action. I always say that name wrong. Okay, we have page of contents. Fine. Marcus Hearn's was the editorial, and the contributors. A little bit girl heavy this month, isn't it? It feels like they're trying to say something. So who is this? We have Olivia Garrett. Olivia writes about the 5 Doctors on page 24. Where'd you go? Come back. She became aware of the 5th Doctor when she was given a figurine of the character. From there, she became obsessed with his graceful charm and strict morals. For Olivia, this was the best. This was the Doctor who wore his hearts on his sleeve. Okay, listen, I'm not going to dismiss this out of hand, but it does feel. Again, when you're presented with all these writers are women, they're all women. No, there's no agenda. It feels like there's an agenda. Maybe there isn't, but it feels like there is. Lauren Coates, another 12-year-old, by the looks of it, soon after becoming a fan of the series in 2011, not in 2005. Okay, Laura heard good things about the 5th Doctor. She was initially surprised by the sometimes quick temper, but his memorable dress sense and Peter Davison. Smooth delivery won her over. Lauren writes about the visitation on page 23. If this is all about young women getting into Peter Davison's era Doctor Who, that's an interesting article. Why not just put it on the title, right? Hannah Watkins, okay, Hannah, who reviews Mordred Undead on page 22, first saw Doctor Who in 2007 mini episode Time Crash. And okay, I'm being an old, like, an old fogey, like, oh, why is there nobody of my age in this? It's irritating me. But I don't think I'm right I don't think I'm right to be irritated. I should read it and then see if it's garbage. If it's garbage, I'll go, bah humbug. But if it's not, I should shut up, right? I should shut up. I'm just telling you the prejudice I have. Coming in, I'm seeing three young women writing about the Fifth Doctor. It feels like you're trying to say something to me, right? And I might be wrong, but I just had Doctor Who trying to say something to me for the last 3 years, and it was awful. Every moment of it was awful. 5. So this looks so bad. Co-writer Ella Road and director Hadu Young. I mean, like, honestly, do you not feel like they're trying to say something to you? And again, I'm fine for non-white men to be encouraged to go behind the camera. And honestly, I think it's a very good thing, frankly. I think if you want to have diverse programming, have diverse people make the programs. I agree with that. But why have diverse people make programs that weren't designed to be diverse programming? Like, can the white men still be a valid group? It's kind of like, if you ever seen what was it, Dr. Zhivago, right? Dr. Zhivago, a great movie, goes on forever. But there's this scene in it. It's about the Russian Revolution. You have this like rich family, and they get everything gets taken away from them, and they become like standard citizens. So at one point, they're at the winter. They see their old winter home, and it's all boarded up. And it says, boarded up for use of the people. And the old grandfather breaks in and says, I'm one of the people too, right? Why can't I use this? If it's for the people, I'm one of the people, right? Why can't I use it? Same with those icky white men. We're people too, right? We are people too. Can we have programming for us? Just as it's important for everybody to be able to see themselves in programming, maybe we, and I the argument like, well, you had 50 years. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Again, I really strongly feel that British television has always, up until recently, by and large, reflected the British public, which the demographics have changed. The racial and the sexual demographics have certainly changed, right? And there seems to be space for everybody, but I don't know. And then this really bizarre character options, Warriors of the Deep set. I'm like, let's do a Davison story. How about Case of Androzone? No, we already got Shara's Jack. I mean, you could have done a couple of gun runners and a robot, maybe. No, let's go for the worst story humanly possible, which would be, I think, Warriors of the Deep, right? I think it's a pretty bad one. New records coming out. Read the Room. The script for Even the Daleks is in the writer's room. Oh, God help us. Why? Like, is this in the section called Don't Do That? Okay, we have a new First Doctor, Stephen Noonan. And honestly, I would love to support this. They sound like doing something interesting. It's a whole missing era of the First Doctor and Dodo adventures. But again, the writing talent they're using for these is Liz Hopeley and Liz Miles. Two people who I just don't think have been very good, and I think probably have got the work they got because they have vaginas. And there's this feeling that if you have a vagina, you've been you experience you don't have the same opportunities. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case, but okay. So I'm going to give that a miss. All starless. Something about tripods. I used to love tripods. Man, that was like they okay. I was a bit geeky, but I did enjoy it. Yeah, what they're saying about it? You didn't mention tripods, which was groundbreaking. That is true. I mean, tripods and Trial of the Time Lord, especially the Mind Warp, was when they really started using that, and it was done quite well. I saw this guy on Twitter be really excited. They posted his picture. Very nice. Okay, a Gallifrey Angel. Nice drawing, Colin there. I like the Lego Kinder going on. That is fun. That's fun. And then this will be Resurrection. Yeah, Resurrection of the Daleks. Look, they got Tiga's expressions spot on, right? Oh my God, that is so Tegan. So well done, all these people. Brick Pandorica. So what we got in the video stuff? Peter Davis, Sarah Sutton, and Paul Mark Davis take part in Doctor Who sketch at Bedford Charity Con into whoever. I know who's Paul Mark Davis. I'm probably sounding ignorant. Peter Davis and Baker discuss the mixture of feelings they experience when they're filming their regenerations at is it Peter Davis and Tom Baker? Okay, Tom Baker. Doctor Who Celebration 2013. Well, that's recent. The trailer introducing Stephen Noonan as the first Doctor, and he sounds pretty darn good, right? I'm really sorry not to be getting it. Good trailer. The Big Finish has been putting out a lot of good trailers recently. Georgia Tarrant, aka Jenny, Doctor's daughter, and the real life Peter Davison answers questions to Big Finish listeners. Okay. And then finally, this trailer. Oh, this was excellent. The trailer for the new audio drama, The Nice Doctor Adventures of Old Friends. Excellent trailer, excellent box set. Strong recommend. And we have some letters. Okay, like a little bit of letters. All right, that's the 11th Doctor and Amelia Earhart. Well, this is cool. Does somebody make a custom one of these robot-y things? What is that? That's really cool. James Billy created these models using they're digital. Using Rhino 7 in the first year of his model making degree. Very nice. Okay, very good. James Bridley. Free delivery of your Doctor Who magazine. I mean, really not for me. I get it free because I get digital. I live in bloody Israel, so it's not free for me, mate. But yeah, okay, fine. Listen, they just got to hold out. They got to hold out 6 months. That's basically it. Got to hold out 6 months. Television. Okay, so I saw this. Louise Jameson's in EastEnders. Wasn't she really in EastEnders at some point? I thought she was. I don't know. And also she's on the stage in Revenge. Okay, very good. Keeping busy. See anybody else? It's a Sin gets a bunch of rewards. Well, really? How was it not good? It was good, and it was like progressive. I think it's the word. I don't think it really. I think I would call it woke though. Okay, good for you. Blimey, a lot of obituaries this month. They're dropping like flies. Beryl Virtue. That name rings a bell. Do I recognize any of these names? Leonard Fenton, Dr. Leg died. I thought he died years ago. Okay, really? Well, okay. I hope you had a good few years where I didn't know you were alive. And fine, I don't know any of these people, but they should all be sung to heaven by angels. I think is my take on it. This month in '82, Adric got blown up. The Trials of the Script Editor. So this is kind of an interesting feature. This is a thing from the Space Whale, which written by Pat Mills and eventually adapted by Big Finish. So a lot of this is all about. This is basically an interview with Eric Sayward that's tying into the Peter Davison era, which again they're focusing on this on the unmade scripts. It's less interesting than it was a few years ago. Now they've been made, as I said, mainly as Big Finish productions. But okay, fine. You know what? This is a read. This is like I will print out and read over Sabbath, right? Yeah, this is a read for me. But this one wasn't great, by the way. The one with Victoria Waterfield. Colin Baker's story with Victoria Waterfield. I don't remember the details of it. I just remember going, that's a bit naff, right? But yeah, okay. I mean, listen, I get this fits into the theme of the issue, right? Definitely fits into the theme of the issue, which is good. It's good to try and maintain the theme. World Cup of the Fifth Doctor. I really don't like this. This stuff just seems like irritatingly juvenile. It's not fun juvenile. Like you want juvenile that's fun. Look at SFX about 10 years ago, right? When it or Dreamwatch. Remember Dreamwatch? After it was DWB and like hated John Nathan Turner for years and years. The fanzine turned into Dreamwatch. They had this nice anarchic tone. This is just okay, you know what this feels like? It feels like it's trying to be Tiswells, if you know what that is. You know what that is. And it's coming out as Swap Shop. Okay? That's exactly what this is. It's trying to be cool, and it really just genuinely isn't. But yeah, these things like looking at the best stories of Peter Davison, it just kind of irritates me. But okay, fine. But it's kind of, hey, look, okay, it's nice I've got a focus on it. This was great, by the way, the Annihilators. And yeah, I'm happy for it to be a recommend, right? This was, and I really liked Michael Troughton as a second Doctor. Fine, so now we have different people who I have no idea who they are talking about stories. So we have James Couroy Smith talking about Kinder, and Hannah Watkins about Modern Undead. Robert Fairclough. I wish I knew any of these people. Lauren Coates. I don't know who any of these people are. Paul Fisher Cockburn. I shouldn't laugh. Honestly, he probably got laughed at all his school career. Olivia Garrett. Okay, and like really, how much is this? Something I've never wanted in my entire life is a 1 to 21 scale model of the cleaner from Paradise. It is. It gives the Merker a run for the money as crappiest monster of all time, doesn't it? Earthshock was a good one. Jonathan, finally they get some people I recognize. Jonathan Morris writing about Earthshock. Adric. Kids of Antazani, written by Eddie Robson. Okay, fine. That's the winner. I guess so. And yeah, that really is the tragedy of the Peter Davison era. His best story was indeed his last, right? The 5 Best Monsters by Mark Wright. Mark Wright, also somebody I know. It's nice to have people who aren't desperate filler. Mara, again, I wish Colony South was Mara. That really bummed me out. 5 Best Comic Strips. Oh, this is an article I'm going to totally be interested in. Moderator. Curse of the Scarab. I wouldn't put that there. Ties of Time, yeah, obviously. 4-dimensional vistas. Yeah, Curse of the Scarab seems a bit of a stretch. 5 Best Audios. What they got? Spare Parts, obviously. Warzone. Yeah, really? I don't even remember that. The Boy Time Forgot wasn't bad. Paradigm Piscom Paradox, it was excellent, but it was without it was a companion chronicle, but it really was excellent. And Cold Fusion, it never really worked for me. Maybe I'll give it a re-listen. Mr. Fibbaloi! Oh, yeah, I love a bit of Pirate Planet. Trip of a Lifetime. Oh, God, more Matt Stevens. Thank you, Matt Stevens. Yeah, this is going to be the next thing I'm recording. It's the second half of his interview of like, look at the pride that he's absolutely screwed up in every way, shape, or form. Like, he was really proud that he wasn't from a posh background, right? It really made him very proud of himself. No, mate, you don't have to be posh. If you have a higher education, you're probably a twat. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. In 2022, overeducated morons abound, and you're just one of those people, right? God, everything I'm seeing, oh God, that was crap. Rosa. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Carvanista because I like dogs, but generally speaking, that was crap. I can't wait for this all just to be gone forever. Yeah, the Sea Devil's looking more and more like a refugee from Stingray. It really does, doesn't it? Those fiddles of Stingray, and I okay, whatever. It's very, very. It feels like they're trying to tell me something, right? It feels like, and again, it's all because. You remember when this was written, right? What was the cause du jour? Let's go back to the picture. What was the cause du jour when this was written? Asian hate crimes. Asian hate crimes had got much higher in the US. This was because they said it was because Donald Trump called COVID Kung Flu. Right, he blamed COVID on China. And of course, it wasn't a lab leak. That's just racist. Racist. Don't be an icky wicky racist. Can't be a lab leak because you're just a racist. Well, it turns out it was a lab leak, obviously. I mean, whatever. But they, that's what they blamed the rise in Asian hate crimes from. And this is just in the US. What the rise in Asian hate crimes really was from is from left-wing politicians blaming the woes of black people on racism, and a racism that benefits Asians and disadvantages black people, right? They said, look how well, the Asians do in school and doing all this. And it's obviously because they're racist in favor of them, and they're racist against you black people. Yes, if you're a moron detached from reality, yes, that you might think that. Asian hate crime spiraled. It's so much so, I believe in 2020, in the Bay Area, 70% of all violent attacks, not racist attacks, all violent attacks, were black people on Asians. Now, I'm not saying black people have a propensity for violence or for attacking Asians. Obviously not. I do think when human beings are targeted in groups and rolled up and justified in violent and bigotry, they will be violent and bigotry. Case in point, look at what's going on with the Russians today, right? Now, obviously, Russia is being a bit of a naughty boy. I don't know what to believe in any of this stuff, because like it's all propaganda. Everything is propaganda from every side. I don't believe anybody. But clearly Russia is being somewhat of an aggressor in the Ukraine. I'm recording this on Wednesday. Who knows what will happen? And they're rolling out nuclear weapons and whatever. But there's this thing that America is very quickly moving to exactly the same position they were in World War II, when they said, we need internment camps for anybody Asian. In case they join up. And Russians are not allowed to use banks. And people of Russian origin lived it, and American citizens are being disadvantaged. It's terrible, okay? That is freaking terrible, and I'm not up for it at all, okay? It's not good news. Anyway, but that's why we have this Asian Sea Devils, because that was, again, the cause du jour at the time. Invasion plans. Spencer Chapman, who died in January, aged 84, designed the 1960s productions, The Dalek Invasion of Earth and the Space Museum. Well, okay, one hit, one miss, okay, I would say, but fine. Again, I love the London being occupied feel to it. It was, again, so recent. It was so recent at the time that was a major fear. Previously unpublished interview from July 95, he told Philip Newman about the challenge he faced and the intriguing special effect that was never seen. Okay, and this is another read. I'm totally going to read this. I like how they put those little dishes on the back of the Daleks to explain how they can leave the city. Right? We don't really didn't care about it then, but I just like the attention to detail. Yeah, okay, I will totally read that. Collectivity. Oh, actually, I'm kind of interested in figurines. Okay, so there's a bunch of interesting figurines. Oh man, I got this. Yeah, the TARDIS in this. I got it right up there. You can't see it. But yeah, I wish they did more. I love model kits, so I really wish they did more of those. I remember when these came out. These are in the classic era, I think. Right? Oh no, they got a Santa, so I must be wrong. Robot Santa. But maybe this was an ongoing range. Started way before. These are very, very cool. Very cool. Okay. And this is what the Eagle Moss stuff, which is not. I mean, it's small. It's very small, so it's not going to be that great. Product Enterprises. This was just before 2005, right? When they started doing all these ones. I don't think the quality was very good. That's why, and also I didn't have any money. So that's why I was not so up for it. So this one's really intrigues me. Okay, this figure here, which is a new thing from Eagle Moss, is here. Can you see it in the background? Right. If I go over here, you see that Tom Baker. You could just see the Tom Baker figure there, which is exactly the same as this one, but like only from the top up. So I think these things are made in computer models, then produced that way nowadays. I think that's essentially how these, which means you can just like edit them. Is this a Sevens Dalek? Is this a Stuart Evans Dalek? Ice Warrior. Looks like it is. Now Sevens. Oh my God, Sevens was awesome. Sevens was what was their first thing they did? It was an Earthshocks. No, the first thing they did was a Dalek. They did a Dalek kit. This was towards the end. This was like 85. And the day they went for the meeting with BBC Enterprises, the the model they had made up was bad, so it came out crap. So he quickly re-engineered it into an exterminated version, and they got the license based on that. But so they grew. They did Cybermen, they did Earthshock Cybermen, Ice Warriors. I'm sure this is one. Right, I used to have them. They're great. They were fun. Then they moved on. They did Crichton from Red Dwarf. I wish I'm so sad you can't get them anymore because they were really great kits. They did a Davros as well. That doesn't look like the Davros in there, but they did a Davros as well. Okay, I might read this. This looks fun. Yeah, I keep remember seeing Acid. Oh, I have this one as well. This exactly the same as Tom Baker. Let's see if I can show it to you. Where is it? Okay, yes. It is over here. Over there. There you go. So it's the same scale as that. Fine. Okay, yeah, these years books I would have got if I lived in England, I think, but I don't want to pay for the shipping. And honestly, I'm not really up for supporting Doctor Who magazine that much anymore. They just had such an antagonistic relationship to traditional fandom, right? Doctor Who, in your control. So this is interesting. There's a new way to experience the BBC's ever-growing online archive. Eddie Robinson goes on a search for the best Doctor Who content. Now, this is what the BBC should be doing. They shouldn't be turning Doctor Who and EastEnders into lectures on the rights of man, which are generally speaking utter bollocks, right? Utter bollocks. But they should be like finding a way to showcase their immense amount of content, right? And I would listen to all of this. This all does generally speaking interesting. Oh, do you remember that when they used to be able to do Doctor Who proms and everybody loved it? Oh, happy days are coming again. Please come back, happy days. Silver Screen, the opening episode of 1968's The Wheel in Space is missing from the BBC archives. That is true. And Rhys Williams and Simon Gurrier have forensically examined the surviving photos, established how the sets would have looked in studio. I don't care. I just don't care. In no way do I care. If you're into set building, okay, and this is clever, but I don't care. I mean, for me, virtual stuff is not really that interesting. I like physical things. But okay, look, good for you. Good for you. You worked out how they built it. Okay. Blimey, this is a space filler, isn't it? Fine, then back to the comic strip. Listen, I'm happy that friend of the channel, Russ Leach, is got the art gig. I'm happy with him to have the work. He's got a very good book. He does called Only Death Can Save Us. It's a strong recommend for me. Been on the channel a few times, so yeah. And I'm happy. Honestly, I said I'm happy with having the work, but. Listen, they just got to coast for 6 months. They just got to coast for 6 months. Written by Jacqueline Rayner. I probably, if somebody's going to do anything with the 13th Doctor or whatever this Doctor is to make it workable, I think she probably could. This looks a bit suspect. Like, what's going on? Like, what? Hello? What's all this about, mate? I don't know. I mean, look, the confused look on this kid's face as he strangely eyes this phallic-looking piece of food. I'm sorry, I didn't tell him to draw that and put that in. I'm just pointing it out. What the hell? That's just weird. Okay, that's just weird. Okay. He's nailed the likeness of Dan quite well, though. Again. Hope they keep Russ on when it starts selling again. When the Doctor Who magazine starts getting good again. What episode is this? Is this episode 2, 3, part 2? So I guess it's got another couple of episodes to go. And then there'll be like another 4-parter, and then it's over forever. What's this? Oh, pencil set. I thought it was Doctor Who Rock. I got very excited for a second. Do they still make Rock? I don't know. Whoop, there we go. Waters of Miles in Fact or Fiction. I think they've done this already. No, it was archive. But okay, vaguely interested. Yeah. Listen. I read the Andrew Pixley archive feature, so I know it inside out. Fine. This is interesting. Look at this great Steve Dillon cover. Oh, love it. Love it. Bit of Dalek killer action. Steve Ryan looks at the misadventures between episodes of the Apocrypha. So I guess they're talking about comic strips and Omega. I don't know. What's this one on? Oh, a bit of Rassilon action. Yeah, I guess this must be Rassilon in the comic strips, I guess. Or you know what? I will read it. I will read that. Audio frequencies, the Ninth Doctor Adventures. Yeah, okay, this was a good one. It really was an excellent Sidemen two-parter. One of Eccleston's best. It really was. A John Cole show with a Brigadier. Great. It was all fantastic, right? It was strong recommend. And then they got the Annihilators, which also was very good. I mean, it's just I'm surprised how much I liked it, but I liked it a lot. Lone Centurion couldn't be bothered. Okay, no interest at all. Revenge of the Sidemen. Oh, I know who's reading that. Read by Nicholas Briggs. I wonder how long it is. I don't think I'll be able. He loves Revenge of the Sidemen. That's one of his favorite stories. I'm just not sure how interesting. It just seems like it will drone on for a bit. And then you got the original stories. Who writes this? Paul Marks. Paul Marks is pretty good. So you've got a Ben and Polly adventure. Who's reading this? Read by it's not going to be read by Bill Crace, is it? Read by Annette Wills. I'm vaguely interested. If they had it free on Radio 7 or whatever it is, I'd listen to it. Win stuff. Okay, stuff. They got season 14's left over. Fine. And then finally, Genesis of the War Doctor. I'm really kind of intrigued about this. This looks like it's going to be pretty darn good, right? This looks like I think I'm going to enjoy this. I don't know. Listen, it could also be awful. I really got to listen to Trial of the Valiant, which is a great alternate Sixth Doctor story with Michael Jaston in it, which I found was really good. I'm surprised they didn't do a series starring Michael Jaston if they're doing this. I am intrigued with this in general, right? So look, I've already got it on pre-order, so yeah. And this one, I wish I could get on pre-order, but look, Lizzie Miles, Lizzie Hopeley, been burnt too many times before, I'm afraid. Having said that, Lauren Cornelius playing the new Dodo, freaking gorgeous. Okay, she is freaking gorgeous. But it's on audio. What can I tell you? Doesn't really work. And look, Torchwood, for God's sake. What's this got to do with Torchwood? It does, I don't get it. I don't get but this is what the Torchwood range is. No Captain Jack and nothing to really do with Torchwood. Okay. Then sufficient data, crunching the numbers of crunching the numbers and big ideas of Doctor Who. It's kind of fun. And then next month, which is this month, in just 28 days. 28 days from now, we're going to get ahead of their time. Meet the Meddling Monks. Oh, that's interesting. World Game, the second Doctor's secret missions. Or I think they're going to do it after the War Games thing. Legends in the Making, the exclusive preview of the next Doctor Who special, which we will be reading, and I will be ripping the piss out of quite mercilessly. Smile, the Fact of Fiction, I like all of season 10. I know it's not a popular season. I understand that. I am aware of that. I still like season 10. What do you want out of me? I still like it. So there you go. That's Doctor Who Magazine, first issue 575, a big Peter Davison issue. Should you buy it? It seems better. It seems better than it has been in recent months. And again, we're just coasting. Until we get to the RTD2. And when we get to RTD2, I think we can look forward to there being a good Doctor Who once again. And with the good Doctor Who once again, hopefully we'll get good Doctor Who magazine. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell. So you're notified when new videos drop.